welcome to our final week, chapters 21 and 23. 21, understand layering of protection analysis, and 23 will be alarms intrusion detection systems. Understand the alarms, alarm applications, and understanding the LOP and IP. Starting with chapter 23. Key concepts. This chapter is going to discuss various types of intrusion detection systems with focus on technology has enhanced the level of safety over the years. Also discussed are the types of alarm systems and how to select the right one. Burglary is big business. Crime figures show the staggering rate increase for burglaries of private homes. It's no wonder that homeowners and business owners need to have alarms that have going on. In this section, we're going to look at the needs of each homeowner or business. Every home, every house, everything is unique that we need to look at. Threat or risk. What is the system? What are we protecting against? The type of sensors needed. What will be protected? What methods are available to provide the level of protection? And the method of an alarm that we're going to look at. Intrusion detection systems is a result of a variety of methods available to provide the protection needed. A combination of methods are in the thousands. An intrusion detection system may deter a would-be intruder. However, the primary function of an alarm is to signal the presence of the intruder. The intruder detection system can be just a portion of what really needs to be done. So it's not meant to stop someone, it's just only meant to make sure someone is detected. As we've talked about, perimeter protection is the first line of defense to detect against an intruder. The most common points of entry device for a premises protecting the doors, windows, and skylights in a business home. Since 80% of all break-ins occur through these openings, the majority of advantages perimeter protection is the simplest in design. Door switches, these are installed on the door or window in such a way that opening a door or window could cause a magnet to move away from the contact and signaling the alarm. A glass break protector, if a glass is broken, there's a sensor, a shock wave, that is picked up and sends the alarm off. Wooden screens are made of wood dowels, sticks assembled in a cage-like fashion, no more than 4 inches from each other. Very fine brittle wire runs into the wooden dowels in the frame. A burglar must break the dowel to gain entry and thus break the voltage. These window screens, these devices are similar to regular wire window screens in a home, except they are fine-coated wires in part of the window. The burglar cuts them, and the alarm will go off. Lace panels, again, will have protection against entry by installing closed lace patterns, metallic foils to detect them. And the last is interior. These are motion sensors to detect any motion within the space. Protect motion space protections. Protect the interior spaces of a business home to protect against intrusion, whether or not the perimeter protection was violated. And then these are all the different types. Space protection devices are only a part of the complete system. Photoelectric eyes. These devices transmit a beam across a protected area. When the intruder interrupts the beam circuit will send out. Ultrasonic. Although they're very rarely used today, work on low voltage sound wave projection from the unit. The frequency is in kilohertz. The area coverage can be anywhere from 5 to 40 feet. Volumetric aim. Deflectors come at 90 degrees, so you can actually use it, motion them around the area. Motion, objects that move in the path can send off that. Noise. Ultrasonic noises is present on audible sounds and radio frequencies. Grounding or shielding are both very important to a master system. If the earth ground is required, it should be in cold water pipe. The length of the ground wire should be short as possible. Turbulence and draft, hanging displays, moving diapers can set it off. Noise causing by hissing, and temperature, humidity affects it. Microwave detectors are volumetric type of space protection and are based on the Doppler shift. They detect intruders by the use of infrared electromagnetic field which operates in the sensing. Some intentional problems. Vibration, reflection, penetrations of thin walls, RF radio frequency interference, radar, water movement, and plastic PVC pipes. So these are some of the different things. Passive infrared sensors, because they do not transmit a signal from the intruder to disrupt. Rather, the source of moving infrared radiation, the intruder is detected. Some problems: turbulence and draft, stray motion, drapes blowing, changing in temperatures, lighting, that can also cause these. Pressure mats, basic and mechanical switches. Pressure mats are most frequently used as a backup system when used to trap. Sound sensors. These sensors detect intrusion by picking up noise created by the burglar during an attempt to break into the protected area. These sensors consist of a microphone and an electronic amplifier. When the sound level increases beyond the limit of normal encounter, they will be able to pick it up. Dual technology sensors, commonly known as dual techs, are a combination of two types of space protection devices. The principles of the unit is that both sections of the detector must be tripped at the same time in order to be they draw more current and some other issues. Interior sensors are generally active and passive, convert visible or volumetric lines of application. IT infrastructure planning, mitigation, IP video, IP security. These are some of the different things that we can have. Video analytics, laser, and so on. False alarms. There are 4 hardcore alarms for false alarms, and the secret is reducing them to clarify lack of proper education on how to enter and exit the complex, such as improper arming and disarming of a keypad, weather, equipment failure, dead batteries, and use of forgetful or on. Research tells us burglar alarms are not evenly distributed. Some alarm systems experience no false alarms, others many. One suggestion is 20% of the alarms trigger 80% of the false alarms. Cost of false alarm can be in the millions. For practical purposes, the reason we use space protection is as a primary backup to perimeter. It's not necessary to cover every inch of the premises being protected. The best placement is a high traffic area or spot protection for high value areas. The worst thing is the installer can do is overextend the area being protected by an individual. By using little common sense and checking for all possible hazards, you can ensure a trouble-free installation. Object spot detection is used to detect the activity of the presence of an intruder at a single location. Provides direct security for objects such as detection, method, and final stage. Capacity proximity detectors being protected becomes an antenna, electronic link to the alarm control. Vibration detectors are highly sensitive, specialized microphones or electrode vibration detectors, EVDs, directly to the object. Alarm controls. All sensing devices are wired into an alarm control panel that receives their signal and processes them. Some of the most severe burglar losses are caused not by failure in equipment, by simply someone turning off the alarm system. This type of control panel needed depends on sophistication and making sure that we have it. Included in the control panel is the backup or standby power in case of power failure. Modern controls use one or more microprocessors to ensure we have everything. Control panels is a standby central monitoring system. They have more than one processor. The alarm system alphanumeric pads. The alarm control panel is connected to a central processing station. The owner is authorized person to get into the building. It is limited to who it is. Tamper protection is a feature that generates an alarm when the system goes off. The type of alarm transmission signal systems used in a particular application depend on the location of the business or residency and the frequency. Remember, after deterrence, the purpose of the alarm is to summon that local alarm, a bell or a light that indicates that an attempt or successful intrusion has taken place. The success of the system relies on someone hearing it. Central station, the alarm signal transmits over telephone lines to a specific to the record keeper and function guard response to ensure that everything is there. A direct wire, high risk locations, bank jewelry, furriers, general protection with the direct wire system. A single dedicated telephone line is run from the protected premises to the central station. Fixed DC current is set to there. Disadvantage of such a system, high cost. The cost of leased telephone lines just becomes more serious as the distance. Proper transmission is also an issue. Party lines alarm systems transmit over circuit transmission systems repaired to a party line, where several alarm systems defray the cost up to about 15 different people. Multiplex systems are designed to reduce leased telephone line charges while providing high degree of circuits. Digital communication. This communication-based type alarm transmission equipment sends it to the signal through a regular switch telephone line, allowing that to be telephone dialers. Radio signal transmission. This method takes the alarm signal and protected premises and sends it via radio or cell phone out. The video verification allows with the standard alarm transmission, video images are sent to the central station. This provides for a higher level of protection. Alarms deter crime. False alarms waste police resources and alarm companies' resources. The police and alarm industry are acutely aware of this, and both have initiated cross-country relief the dilemma. The National Crime Prevention Institution has long endorsed alarm systems as the best way to deter crime. Problem deterrence in the alarm business, a field that in fact extends far beyond protecting premises from burglary. The crisis prevents duties from alarm systems. Firms range from monitoring the sprinklers to sensors to fires that we have. False alarms. False alarm can prevent costing money, drags on leaders, and can cause issues. Alarm equipment. California alarm station undertook a major overhaul. The effort began with the false alarm inventory, in which subscribers whose systems produced 4 or more false alarms per week weeded out. Service workers then replaced, virtually reinstalled the alarm systems. The MBFAA member company institutes training programs for their sales institution, allows that sales installers, supervisors all have training. Additional resources: the false alarm handbook, to determine false alarms, the rate, the evaluation committee, equipment testings, equipment training, facilities, how to plan and how to reduce. Let's jump to chapter 21. Risk analysis has been adopted for security professionals around the world as a best practice. These risks analysis typically begin with an assessment that determines the likelihood of an unfortunate event and may possibly occur. Risk analysis may or may not require some type of quantitative data of what we can have. Security professionals also may vary levels of risk analysis to provide estimates of what LOPA, levels of risk analysis. Any facility or equipment damage to failures may cause harm, significant operations interruption, serious injury. When LOPA is used by security professionals, they will begin with examining how causes will happen. Ultimately, the primary goal of any layer protection design is to implement a plan that will add value to your prevent and delaying.